This video is for recruiters and staffing people, okay? This technique has driven our, I don't even know like the percentage, but we have, well, I do know since we implemented this technique, we have made 100% of our placements, okay? We just started it 2 weeks ago, but 5 out of 5 candidate interviews resulted in a placement. I'm going to tell you how, and I cannot believe I didn't do this before. And by the way, I'm just having a little Diet Coke. Does anyone else do McDonald's Diet Coke? They're literally fast. Okay, so this is going to change your life, recruiters. All right, so in the last 2 weeks, we've made 5 placements, every single one closed. I'm not saying that this is always going to be 100%, but it will, if you listen and stay till the end, this will drastically improve your closing rates. So here's what we do. And this idea is not mine. This idea came from my virtual assistant team in the Philippines. Okay. And if you think that virtual assistants are just task doers, you are so wrong. My team, I just keep on giving them more and more strategic license and creative license. The more I step back, the better we do. So you ready to learn what we do? What they do? It is are you ready to have your mind blown? Tell me in the comments either if you've already been doing this, and I also want to hear, if not, when you try it, what the results are, okay? You're not going to want to share this with competitors. I know that. I know you're not. You're going to want this to keep this to yourself, but share it with your team, okay? Especially if you own an agency, share this with your team. Okay, because I know you're going to hope that nobody else is watching this video besides you. Here's what to do. And this is for interviews that are remote. Okay, interviews on either Teams or Zoom or whatever, Google Meets, whatever you do. Okay, so first of all, when you schedule the interview, schedule for a time that you can be there, or your assistant. Okay, in my case, we have my virtual assistants do our calls, they close the calls. So it doesn't have to be you on the call. It can be a junior recruiter, it can be someone else on your team, it can be a virtual assistant. This would be a great way to work with a virtual assistant and get a huge return on investment. Okay, so here's what you do. Schedule the interview at a time when either you or someone that you can assign to is available. Okay, and keep buffer time. We had an interview last Friday that went over by 45 minutes. Okay, that is an extreme, but you have to keep some buffer time. So if an interview is 30 minutes, put some buffer time on your calendar afterwards, like make it at least 45 minutes. Okay, and here's what you do. You schedule the interview and you tell your client, I'm going to be in the background. Okay. You could say this up front. So you schedule the interview, maybe 30 minutes, and then with a 15-minute recap. Okay. So you say to your client during the interview, so you show up at the beginning and you introduce the candidate to the hiring manager. You make the introduction. Then you say, I'm going to be in the background during this interview. Let me know if you need anything. And when the interview concludes, okay, give a person's name. When the interview, once John's off the call, once the interview concludes, I'm going to stay on, and Kathy, you and I will recap the interview. And then you always want to get how does that sound? Sounds good. Okay. So during the interview, you do exactly what you just told your people on the call, and you stay behind, you turn off your camera and you go on mute, okay? You can do little things on the side, but you do want to pay attention. You want to pay, maybe don't do things on that. You want to pay attention to the interview. Also, make sure that you have a note taker, an AI note taker present. And oh my gosh, next video, I'm going to share a tip on using how you can use that note taker in the interview to create content for in a way that is, you will never have to think about what to write about ever again. Another bonus of doing this strategy. Okay. So then at the end of the interview, so the interview's a half an hour, and then you can pop back on and you can say, even if they're still talking, hey, or what you could do as well is you could wait like 5 minutes before the interview wraps up. You could just pop in and say, hey guys, we got 5 more minutes, just reminding you 5 more minutes to wrap up. You can even put that in the chat. Do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, do that, so maybe it doesn't go over, but you'll see. That's one technique that you can use. Or if it's a 45-minute interview, like 5 minutes, hey guys, we're wrapping up, 5 to 10 minutes or whatever. Okay. And then say goodbye to the candidate, thank them for their time. And you have your client right there. Okay. There's no more going into the void. There's no more not getting any feedback. There's no more hounding the talent acquisition person to get feedback from the hiring manager. Okay, and bonus points too, you can share the feedback with the talent acquisition manager. They will love you for this. And you ask how it went. You ask for their feedback. And so for us, the last 5 times since we tried this, we have closed every single candidate. I know we will not close every candidate, neither will you. That's the opportunity at that call to say, okay, I have another candidate that might have this or whatever that the other one was lacking. Or, you're going to find somebody. Let's set a time now for your next interview. And I'll have a candidate for you by then that has this and this and this. Okay, so if it's something like, they say, well, I really like that person, but I do want someone with, I don't know, a little more excitement. Okay, I was going to say a technical skill, but you probably already agreed on the technical skills. So you could say, okay, you know what? I got you. What I'm hearing is you liked John, you like his skill set, and you'd like to see a candidate with a little bit more, who's more upbeat. This is probably a bad example, but am I right? Okay, I will have someone for you by Thursday. Are you available Thursday at 2 p.m. for that interview? Okay, so not only have you gotten feedback, but you have scheduled your next interview. What do you think? And on the other side, if they say, yeah, I really like John. Okay, great. Here are the next steps. And then you plan the next steps and you walk them through what's going to happen next. You're going to agree, you're going to get the offer letter, you're going to get a verbal offer, whatever it is, you do the next steps. Okay. So try this. Tell me how it works. I'm Diane Prince. I built a staffing agency from scratch and sold it 6 years later for $28 million. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for tips on building your agency. I'll see you in the next video.